Alright, welcome to another session of Pampy's Peloton. This is stage 3. We're doing intervals today. So if you're new to this Peloton, I will be taking you through the entire set, step by step, split by split. Follow my instructions. I will talk you through your relative gearing and the tension through your legs, your relative cadence, leg speed, and the intensity, and I'll give you my intensity and how that relates to you. All those figures will come up to the side here, and you'll see them pop up as we go. They're pretty easy to follow. Once we get going, I think you'll find it's easy enough to follow. So here's how we do it. Housekeeping again, make sure you've got some water, guys. Make sure you've got a towel, if possible. Pop a fan in front of you, and away we go. So on 5 seconds, if you've got a stopwatch and you want to follow in with the splits with me so you can understand when they're coming up, even though I'll be talking you through it, I'm going to start my stopwatch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. Now, gearing, warm-up phase. I want a gear, relative gear of 5 out of 10. Now this of course is our nice and easy all-day resistance. So I'm here on a mag trainer, so I change my gearing simply through my gears. I work up and down my tree, making it difficult. If you're on a computerized system, of course you use wattage. If you're on a spin bike, you're simply using the knob there, which is on the brake lever. But your 5 out of 10 is our super simple, conservative, conversational, middle of the pack, flattish deck, and away we go. So this warm-up phase, guys, is governed by intervals. So right now my cadence is about 70. And in 5 seconds, I'm going to leave the gear and I'll rev it up right now to 85. Notice my leg speed whipped up. Now, if you've got a cadence meter, by all means go by that. If you don't have a cadence meter, which I don't right now, then you simply should dial in with about where my legs are at. I deliberately don't have my cadence meter on, although I've been riding for 30 years and I obviously have an innate understanding of about where it is. And relative to this stationary set, I'm going to be there or thereabouts. Once again, our gear is gear 5. It's pretty easy stuff at the moment. No great tension on the legs, and we're just going to go a little tiered warm up where we change our leg speed. Okay, in 5 seconds we're going to go up to 100. So it looks like this. Alright, so quick sticks on the pins. Once again, as I said, today is interval day, where we do a lot of sort of 30-second changes, rev ups, heart rate obviously pitches, breath rate pitches, and then we're going to try and do our best to recover that heart rate and breath rate. But right now, we're very much quick sticks, heels high as it goes through the top of the chocolate wheel, nice and even, hips down, not too much rocking, and whip it up. So this warm-up goes 70, 85, 100 on the legs on the 1 minute split. That's 3 minutes. We do that 3 times 9 minute warm-up, and then this is a cruisy 1 minute at the end there. 3, 2, 1, lower it back down to 70 cadence. Lower it back down to 70 cadence. Sit up, chat up, nice and easy. Welcome everyone. We'll be getting quite the number join us each day. Pampy's Peloton. A lot of my local mates are joining us, like me on lockdown again. To prevent going too loopy, this just gives us that motivation to link in outside sort of, larger platforms, Swift and the like, which we've all got. But this is just something that I think invites everyone to kind of join in. Not really requiring anything other than resistance, stationary bike, and a stopwatch. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Want to see your legs. Up to 85. Again, the gear is just that nice, easy, all day sort of 5 out of 10 stuff. So hello to all my snowy mates down the beautiful snowy mountains. Been all ride down there. Great riding, ripping hills, clean air. In a minute there, I live there for the most part allowed to roam. So welcome to all my snowy mates. Domestic Meek. So for those that haven't joined us, I've got a domestic. He does everything for me. Gets me my water, towel, cleans up after me. And this goes to my good friend Nick, Domestic Nick. He's doing this for me in this tour. Okay, 5 seconds guys, and we rev it up to 100 on the sticks. Ready? Boom. Leg speed, leg speed, leg speed. Again, not a whole heap of oomph, but you are coordinating a nice, clean, even, big circles with those pins. No chunk. Your chain should, if you're using a chain, you're on a chain bike right now, should be a real zzz sort of sound. Shouldn't be any clunk, clunk, clunks in it. Trying to eliminate the slack in your chain. Even. Rhythmic and even. For 10 seconds. At these quick sticks. 3, 2, 1. Back down to 70. Back down to 70. Back down to 70. We've got people all around the country, which is awesome. So Tomo up there, Brisbane, she's joining us. Was with Snowy, she's up there now. So Rach, really good to see you. Got my close mate Mo over in Perth. He's been dialing in. So we've got that covered. Damo, he moved to Tassie. Another good mate of mine from Snowy who moved. He's been dialing in. Good to see you joining us, Damo, in Tassie. Lonnie. And we've also got Troy from Darwin. So he went out a little early, a little hard. But he's sort of coming back a little more now. 3, 2, 1, guys. Check out the legs. Up you go. You have to be absolute, guys, with these cadences, but it's got to be that noticeable increase in turnover up to about sort of 85, 90, something like that. Yeah, for old Troy from Darwin, he took his warm out day one, 120 odd. Looked good early and then faded, but he's back. So welcome Troy from Darwin. Not any Victorian mate. Anyone in Adelaide either. It's alright. Going along alright. So intervals today. So we're certainly going to get some pretty solid set. At some point there, wow, don't necessarily want to blow the doors. You ready for your quick sticks? Go. Hit it. Hit it. Check my legs. I'm ripping up. If you're counting my cadence, it could be that I'm over 100, say. Whatever. Just sort of getting some nice quick sticks. You know, still holding the chain cleanly without getting too jolty. At this sort of weaker resistance, if I've got too spinny, be starting to get a rocking from side to side. So my hips are still down, nice and easy. 20 seconds, guys. And then we're just gonna have 1 minute where we just bring it down and prime up for the priming set before the mani. So 10 seconds, keep them spinning. All right, leave the gear and just back it right off. All right, back it right off, guys. Even down to 50-ish or something. All right, so main set goes, guys. We go gear 7 when I call. So you're gonna chunk it, and I want more purchase through your pins. I'm gonna drop down the tree, spinners to the right, 2-3 mil, computerized up tree, say 30 watts, say something like that, 40 watts even, some of you 50 watts. But you know, about 2-3% incline, that sort of resistance on your legs, yet holding pace. So you wanna feel it. And we're gonna go minute at, 30 at, and then 30 at, with a tiered increase in the leg turnover. So let's go into our 7 now, even though it's a fraction early. All right, I'm gonna find my little gear 7, there it is. And we're gonna go 80 now. All right, so this is the priming set. Priming set. 2 minute split times 4, 8 minutes. All right, so 1 minute at. We're at gear 7 now. Definitely more oomph through the legs. Find that resistance. Hit the buttons, turn the knob, or chunk your gear. My heart rate at this point in the time, as I've said earlier in videos, my solid working, I am sort of, yeah, I can hold, but I'm definitely gassing is like 145 to 150. At sort of 125, 130, sort of sneaking up now. So starting to have a think about it. So in 10 seconds, legs are going to go to 90. There's a slight increase. 3, 2, 1, change. Leg speed, leg speed, leg speed. So you should expect, if you had a heart rate monitor on, at the end of this minute, you should have found probably another sort of 3 to 5 beats from 80 to 90 cadence. Again, all at gear 7. Don't touch your gear, don't touch your gear. And in 5 seconds, spike up. Ready, set, go. Quick sticks. The program says 110. It's likely I'm a fraction quicker than that. 30 seconds. Rip it, go. We're into it, go. Ten seconds, go. All right, and don't touch your gear. Bring it back down to 80. Bring it back down to 80. Leg speed at 80 or thereabouts, or whatever I'm doing. If you don't have your meter. All right, so I pitched just over 140 odd then. So that spike nudged me up into, you know, my solid red zoney worky zone, and that's where I want you to be. You hear my breath rate certainly increasing, and that's where I want you to be. Okay, second set now of 4 in the priming set. 1 minute of this. 10 seconds, you don't touch anything. You just clip your legs another 10. Okay, so yielding probably another 3 to 5 beats in your engine. Are you ready? Go. Remember, you still got good control of the chain ring. Hips are down. But you know, we're working where I want you to be. In 5 seconds, guys, quick sticks. You ready? Set. Go. Don't touch your gear. Get your pins turning. Go. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up, hold it, big strong gear, and very much turning your pins. All right, time. Back down to 80, thank you. Don't touch your gear. Again, those new to us, you'll see right here, popping up now, your gearing, your cadence, and your intensity. Once again, your intensity is relative to you. Your 100 is your sort of max out sustained effort for 5 to 10 minutes even. Yeah, so 85% out, you're working. 90, you're working. And you've got a few 95ers coming up in the main set. I really want you to grip it and rip it. Domestic Mick is going to be busy today, heading out the waters. Okay, we've got 5 seconds, guys. And go. A little increase in speed, thank you, of the legs. Again, do not touch your gearing. It should be fixed. A nice good sort of feel through the legs. If I asked you to pitch and go up a 6-7% hill, you could, but you're certainly, you know that the legs are in the game here. You ready? Go. Spin them up. 110 plus. Go. Hold the guy at the front. Hold my wheel. Hold my wheel. 10 seconds. Finish the split. All right. Go back to 80. Back to 80. So my heart rate's at 14123 now. On the towel. Bit water. Lock it in. So my heart rate at 133.45 now. So it's a good solid working for me. I'll talk you through when we do the big up pitches. I'll give you an understanding of where I'm at, and I want you to be somewhat similar relative to your fitness and where that's at the minute. To some extent, your cycling talent, whatever, doesn't matter. We're all in this together. It's a commitment of 7 days in a row. That's our big narrative here. Give me some legs, eh? 80 just moved up to 90. You should be feeling now a little bit more oomph. Welcome again to my 76-year-old father. Punched out the first 2 stages. Still with us, I believe. Okay, ready guys? And spike, go. 110 plus. But keep your hips down, not too much rock. If you're rocking, give yourself a bit more purchase on the resistance. You see my heels nice and high as you're going up the top. I kick my legs forward and through the top of the chocolate wheel. I'm just driving my foot down towards 20 past. 8. 8. 8. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. I want you guys now to chunk your gear down to about 5. So nice and easy. Sit up, rest up, back it off. Alright. So this main set goes, guys, I've got 5 of them. It's a 3-minute split where we go, I'll give you 2 minutes to recover. physiologically, the recovery set is just as important as the hard split here. Your goal is to try and lower breath rate, heart rate, stress in the recovery zone. Recovery is at 5 gear, that warm-up gear, and pins are like, you know, sort of 60 sort of thing. There's not much in it. All right, there's not much in it. Now, I'm going to give you a 10-second lead in, and we're going to go 30 seconds at gear 8, harder than the previous prime set. All right, it's like you're going up a 5 to 6% hill, and the pins are at 100 for 30, and then maxing for 30. So 120 plus. At the minute, we're easy 5. You can hear my breath rate has come down. My heart rate has dropped back down to 120 lows. Okay, so what I want to do is chunky gear now to gear 8 go. Okay, you can hear me clicking down my chain there. You can see my heels drop. Are you ready? Set, go. 30 seconds. Gas it at 100, 105 kind of thing, at a really heavy gear. This is a minute where we're blowing the doors off a bit. Here comes my heart rate. Okay, ready for spike, set, go. Max, heavy gear, 30 seconds, rip it. Five. And time. Drop your gear, back up to 5. Drop the gear, back up to 5. Drop the gear, back to 5. So I've got 153. So that's a pretty high pitch for me. I run a really low resting training heart rate. Lower than most. Doesn't make me better. It's just me. But for me, 150 is certainly working, you know, and unsustainable for much longer than about just a minute. Okay, we've got 2 minutes now. As I said there before, that's split 1 of 5. Now, this recovery phase now is just as important as the hard split. You've got to get your breathing right. I would go nasal breathing now if I was you. Shut your mouth, nasal breathing. Sit up a fraction, open up your diaphragm, relax your shoulders, soft hands to the front, and let your heart rate drop. You want to see it drop, like actively though, of course. Remember gear 5 and about 60 so. Alright, 10 second pre-next split. I'll give you the heads up on the gearing. Remember, I want a big solid gear. Some of you big guys are pushing sort of 500 watts here. 3, 2, 1. Now go into that heavy, heavy, heavy ballsy gear rate. Are you ready? Set, go. First bit, 100, 105. And a 30 big heavy gear. Go. And 30 mids. Are you ready? Set, go. Blow the doors off. Punch it. Go. 5, 8, gear off, computerized, take your watch off, spinners to the left. You saw me there, punched up my chain. Good 5 cogs. And again, that 150 lows for me. Sit up, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and I want you to shut your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Remember, keep your legs going at this same intensity, which is 60 at gear 5-ish. Keep your eyes shut. This reduces the stress cortisol hormone with your eyes shut, and if you want to open your eyes, you'll see your heart rate has dropped a little more freely than it did in the first set. Remember, 2 minutes of rec, and then into the main set again, main splits. 2 down, 3 to go. Dad, hanging in there. Stay with me now. Again, guys, this is relative to you and your fitness. I'm calling perceived rates. You're just working with me through this video. Keep that same. Okay, I want you to go find that heavy gear now. Go, find it. Don't rev up yet, but find that oomph. All right? I'm in a very chunky gear now. Ready and go. Let's get into it, guys. Go. 100, 105. That's it. Holding. Big clean circles. Here comes my heart rate. Yours is coming up too. Are you ready? Set, punch, go. Five. Time. Gear off. Sit up. Okay, so 153.4 for me. Meaning I'm punching right up to my anaerobic threshold. Meaning, you know, I'm not holding that for too long. If I am, there's a cost. Lactic acid. All of us would hang out at our aerobic zone around 4 mil per keg. I'm up at 9, 10, I guess, as we would be to the main split there. Alright, so let's get this ticker down. Strongly suggest you shut your eyes, nose breathe, soft hands, relax your shoulders, and get the heart rate lower, faster. That is the goal. The better you do that, the more efficient your system is at utilising energy, including fat. You have 45 seconds of rec. There's plenty of time. I'm giving you plenty of time to rec here, which means you can really grip and rip that main spike. You'll be okay. These splits are designed with thought. You can see we're not going, blast it for a minute off the 30, for instance. Generous rec is just as important to your collective fitness, cycling talent as the main split. Okay, find the big chunky gear, go, find it. All right, Are you ready? Set. See ya. Come on, get after it. Okay, you ready? Go. Punch. Five. Yeah, gear. Gear off. Sit up. Legs at about 60. Gear at about 5. But if you're ripping it, gear 3/4 is fine. Okay, again, I'm at 150 lows, which means I am on the gas. Okay, eyes shut, nasal breathing, soft hands, relaxed shoulders, and deep breathe. So into the lower lobes of your lungs, don't sort of clavicle breather, right? Get low, slow it down. So I am huge on practicing this faster, more efficient recovery actively. This is a huge relationship with that, and mentally being under stress, and then being well enough to lower your mental stress as a synergy. So we're practicing it now, not training it, we're practicing it. We train the hard split, but practice the recovery. Okay, we've got kind of about 20 seconds till I call your heat in, and then ready to grip and rip. 2 of these bad boys to go. Okay, want you all down to go find that big heavy gear. Be ready for me, please. All right, there's my big chunky gear. I can almost ride out of the saddle at it. You ready? Set. Make circles. Don't chunk it. Circles with your legs. Three, 2, 1. Blow the doors off. Go. Yeah. D-gear, D-gear. Sit up. Domestic Mick. Towels. Water for everyone. Thank you. Doing a good job. Domestic Mick. Gonna have some cleaning up after this set. Sweat City this morning. Hey, let's practice our recovery. Eyes shut, nasal breathing, soft hands, relax your shoulders a bit, that means your neck as well. Breathe slower and lower into the lower lobes of your lung. Control that contraction of your diaphragm. Sits underneath the ribs, of course. Muscle, bang, up it goes, and relax. Keep the pins going. This is not a stop rec, it's an active rec. Big diff. Big diff. Big diff. Alright. You've got tick heart rate on. Should be seeing that drop probably. Mine's dropping about 25 to 30. Use training in that to get to that position. But again, it's relative to you. If you give me sort of 10, 15, the fitter you get, faster the drop, of course. So hopefully at the end of this stage peloton, you've improved. All right, whenever on the house to find me, please, the big heavy gear. Go. In prep. There's my gear. 3, 2, 1. This is our last set. Make it a goodie. Go. Don't dog it. 100, 105 on the pins. Feel the burn. Go. Holding. Three, 2, 1. Rip it. Go. Give it to us. Last one. Five. And time. Okay guys, gear down to about 3. Sit up. Legs at 50. Alright. Kick the chain off. Kick the chain off. Back down to 100 watts. Low brake on the drive wheel. You can see I've chunked into 6-step cog, back up the tree. 30 seconds more. This is like our spin down now. All right, absolutely critical after a spike set. The lactic acid's higher, and you've got to buffer that out. If you just nick off now, you finish up, and grab your coffee, domestic mix skip, got ready for you, then you're going to pay consequence later in the day. Soreness, appetite goes through the roof, dehydration. Okay, let's go to gear 6, guys, please. Okay, notice I'm just chunking back down to kind of just beyond that warm-up gear. So I am feeling some warmth back in my legs now, yeah? Get out of that easy gear 3 and you're back into gear 6. I need now purchase back on the legs. And of course my turnover's only about 85, which is kind of that warm-up gear. I sit in the pack, spin her up at 1-2% incline, kind of sort of thing. My ticker's in hanging around the mid 120s. Repeat, we took it right off. Now I'm going back up again into a little bit more heat in the pins. And then I'm going to taper it off for the last minute. So we've got 2 minutes of this. This is a really important little phase. Okay, last time today. Shut your eyes. Nasal breathing. Soft hands. Relax shoulders and neck. And breathe slowly and deeply into the lower lobes. That's it. Hold the spin of about 85. You know, whatever. And just let that lactic buffer out actively. You've got to keep moving. 20 seconds, guys. 2, 1, gear down to say 4, sit up, spin your legs at about 60. Alright, so kicked off the chain again now. Super easy, super easy. Legs at about 60. So the spin down went lower, up a bit, and then back down again. Get your breath back, heart rate control. Get breathing under control, buffer the lactic out, and then bring it back down again to finish. Again, you don't do it. Yeah, appetite will go through the roof. You'll be dehydrated. You won't be able to you'll find it difficult to balance that. And even your sleeping patterns later in the evening will be often affected. So spin down critical, like this, after a pitch set. All right, I've got 5 seconds, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and that's the period. Thanks again for joining me. That's an interval set. Next session tomorrow is another heel set. Snowy boys, you'll be more at home there. Thanks for joining me.